you wanted to follow up on that?
I don't know if the questions in the scope of this class, I was thinking about the
Everything goes. That's the scope.
Ta'amim, the accents and the cantillation. I hear you doing.
So what did you want to know about the tamim?
Learning the tamim helps in pronunciation. Will learning the cantillation help in making it smoother?
Smoother syntactically, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, depends on the definition of smoother. It's kind of
well, when I hear you speak, for example, you know, like I'm speaking English now, and my voice naturally rises and falls with the tone. I know the language well. And I hear you speaking, not singing, just speaking. Sometimes I can hear that the same way. You're expressing certain words certain ways, other words. And I wonder if that's following along with the cantillation, except you're saying it rather than singing it.
That's an interesting observation.
Yeah.
When I read, even when I'm not laning, which is the regular the verb for reading with the tropes, with the with the cantillation notes, I am looking at the cantillation notes because they are used also for syntactical purposes.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
So you're right about the tamim having importance for the flow of the text, even when they're not sang. That's for sure.
Some of them join the next word. Some of them separate.
Exactly.
Yeah, some of them pause.
Very good. Conjunctive and disjunctive tamim, right? We talk about that, and that's important because I usually do it with my students when I'm brave enough. Okay. You know this sentence? Have you ever seen this sentence? You know what's gonna come now, right?
Yes, the comma somewhere. Yes.
These commas that yeah. Though, guys, no women now in class. I can lose the commas. No.
I thought there was one we had, but she must have left.
Yeah. Anyway, so the point being, right? It should be a capital A and end with a period. But the point is that the tamim are very important. I'll give you an example. Sometimes it really literally changes the meaning of a verse. Very, very easily understandable. I'll give you an example. Numbers, let's say Numbers 17, 25:9, okay? I'll put it on screen for us to be able to see how the tamim can change a number, okay? So let's put it on screen. Bear with me. And then I'm going to your question, Sol. So just a second.
Bless your heart.
Yeah, and bless your heart for coming. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Right. Right. I'll just put the verse without the division, like with the tamim, but without kind of. Oh, I will. Okay. Let's put it all together like this. Okay. So. Okay, Numbers 25:9. Okay, let's see this. Okay, this is the verse. Okay. How many people died at this plague in this verse? So if you look at the English, you can see the answer already. Let's say we don't have the English. Okay. The words are Vayu, Ametim, Bamagefa, 4 ו-20 aleph. So what are the options for how many people died in this plague? So the people dying by the plague, you can see here a few things that you might already recognize. The definite article, ha-metim, the masculine plural ending of the word metim, and ba magefa, combining the bet preposition with the definite article and giving us a dagesh in the next word. Okay, so the people dying by the plague were 4 ו-20 aleph. There are two options. It's either 20 aleph plus 4, 20,000 and 4, or 4 ו-20 aleph, 24,000. Okay?
Looks like it should be 24,000, shouldn't it?
It is. You're right. It is 24,000 because here we have a conjunctive tam. Here we have mircha. Okay? Mircha is a conjunctive tam. It tells us that keep on reading as opposed to the mircha we have here. We have here tipecha next to it. Okay. This one tells us you should pause for a moment. So when you read these, they are together. 4 ו-20. So aleph, 1,000, modifies both these words and not just the second one. However, in the theoretical case that we were to change and just put this one here and this one here, right? Just reverse the tamim. I would put the tipecha here, the one that looks like a comma here, and the one that looks like a comma facing the other side here, right? I would just reverse these. That would be 20,004.
Right.
As opposed to 24,000. Okay? So while even if I'm not reading it like I would in a synagogue, I would still keep the syntactical division of the tamim. I would read it vayu hametim b'magefa 4 ו-20 aleph. Okay? And not 4 ו-20 aleph, which would be then in that alternative situation 24,004. And that's the importance of the tamim. I should say that sometimes I might say, oh, the tamim suggests a certain reading. Rarely, but I might do that. Like, I would follow the tamim in 99% of the cases, maybe more. But sometimes I would say, just a second, the tamim suggest a certain reading. An alternative reading is also possible and might be preferable. As I said, in a very small number of cases. But we should remember that the text and the tamim are not, some would say they are, completely together and so forth. But I'm saying that rarely yet it might happen that I would suggest a different reading from the tamim as far as the syntactical division of the verse. Okay? Yes.